The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort is a book that I would rate 2 out of 5 head tilts, but frankly, probably more like 2 out of 5 head tilts and a pee on its book cover from Macy. And I'd probably give it 1 out of 5, but admittedly, there are some useful tips on the importance of tonality in your communication and something that he calls the 3 10s system for gauging how certain somebody is with regards to buying during the sales process. So on a scale from 1 to 10, the customer needs to be as high as possible on that scale in 3 areas. Number 1, their level of interest and enthusiasm on the product or service. 2, their level of trust and confidence in the company delivering the product or service. And then number 3, their level of liking and trusting the person who's doing the selling. That I found useful. But the biggest turnoff on this book for me was just his smarmy, snake oil salesman personality. If you aren't familiar with who Jordan Belfort is, he's the real-life person that the movie The Wolf of Wall Street was made about. And he's teaching his techniques for how he conned people out of millions through securities fraud, money laundering, and stock manipulation. He was sentenced, I think it was to 22 months in prison, and he's now supposedly reformed. But the way that he talks about the amazing transformative effects of using his straight line sales process is so overly blown with big promises that I really felt he's just changed his over-promising bullshit that he used to trick people into buying poor investments to now purchasing his sales training programs and consulting. And the author's arrogance of oversimplification of complex concepts and communication overshadow most of the positive takeaways from the book. Belfort takes credit for techniques that have been around for decades, like olfactory anchoring, indicates a real lack of research on his part. Additionally, his criminal record, and in my opinion, his lack of true reform, make it difficult to trust his tactics, which I feel have a manipulative nature built into their DNA. While his sales strategies might be effective, I don't think they're ethical, and I think they lack the foundation of integrity necessary for long-term success. It worries me that 20-year-old kids just getting into sales are reading this book and developing some unconscious behaviors of Jordan's without having the maturity and the wisdom to discern between reality and bullshit. If readers are interested in Belfort's techniques, I would caution them to first learn the skills of ethical sales and negotiation to establish a base of integrity before delving into his material. If you're over 50, sure, great book. But if you're in your 20s, don't listen to what this guy is teaching. Study some other people first, like Chris Voss, who wrote the book Never Split the Difference, or Influence by Robert Cialdini. Overall, while The Way of the Wolf does offer some valuable insights on how to persuade, it's overshadowed by the author's arrogance and lack of research into established sales and communication techniques. I don't recommend it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch that book review. If you liked it, I think you might like this one as well. Check it out.